everybody, Matt Rosenstock here with the TBA Food Network and the Machine TBA cooking class. Today we're going to be making one of my daughter's favorite recipes, a noodle kugel. And the recipe comes from my old neighbor growing up in Baltimore, and it's a sweet kugel. And the ingredients include a pint of sour cream, a can of crushed pineapple, 3 eggs, the noodles themselves of course, a stick of butter, a box of golden raisins, 8 ounces of cottage cheese, some cinnamon, and sugar. So the first step that we're going to do today is to boil up the noodles. Okay, first thing we're going to do here is to boil up the noodles. I'm going to be following the directions that are on the package of the noodles. We're using up a little more than a pound. The recipe calls for a pound. Each bag is about 12 ounces, and I usually use about 1.5 bags, so that comes to about 18 ounces. And I'm also going to add in just a little bit of salt to help boil up the noodles. I'm going to let these cook as it says on the package, and then I'll be right back. All right, the noodles have boiled for the amount of time it says on the package. I'm going to drain them in the sink. And while that's draining, I'm going to add the butter to the pot so it can start to melt. I've turned the heat off of the burner, but this can start melting. Now I want to take the noodles and put them back in the pot, and the hot noodles will continue to help melt the butter. Scraping the bottom of the pot to get up any of the pieces of noodle that kind of stuck to it. But now I'm going to add the noodles in to help melt the butter some more. I'm going to give this a stir. And now I'm going to start adding in the other ingredients. So everything else that we have to add in can go in. So we have the 3 eggs. So after I add in each ingredient, I give it a nice stir. So there's the eggs. We have a 1/2 cup of sugar. Crushed pineapple. The whole can can go in, including the juice. Helps add to the sweetness. We have their pint of sour cream. Get that all mixed in. Okay. 8 ounces of cottage cheese. Press this in. Now for the cinnamon, there's really no set amount. It's how much taste of cinnamon do you want to have in the Kugel. We do enjoy our cinnamon here in the Rosenstock house, so we put in quite a bit. Could be up to maybe even a tablespoon. But we kind of do that. We mix. And I've made this recipe so many times, I know the color that I want it to be before I put it into the pan. So if I don't see the color that I want, I'm going to add in some more cinnamon. It's not quite dark enough for me, so I'm going to add in a little bit more. Now it's beginning to look like the way that I want it. So I think I have enough cinnamon in there. And the last item to go into the pot would be the raisins. Now I'm using about a half of the bag of raisins from the Golden Raisins box. Again, this is to taste. If you want more raisins, you can certainly put in the whole box. All right, this is now ready for the pan. We would make sure to spray the pan. I'm using baking spray that has a little bit of flour in it, just to make sure that it doesn't stick. All right, and now we're gonna get all of the mix that's in the pot into the pan. Smooth it out a bit. And I'm going to bake this for about 50 minutes at 350 degrees. I'll see you in 50 minutes. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes and I'm going to rotate the pan 180 degrees just to get an even bake. Okay, I just took this out of the oven after 50 minutes of baking. It looks really good, just the way that I expect it to. We'll probably eat about half of this and freeze the other half. This Kugel freezes really well, and we like to break it up into smaller portions and just take out what we need when we're looking for a fun side dish of Kugel. All right, enjoy.